The U.S. scrambling to evacuate Americans as the Taliban tightens control. Taliban leaders holding a press conference, and our Ian Panel was there and has the very latest for us in Kabul. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. That's right. There's a darkness, a sadness that seems to have settled on Kabul. Life is slowly returning to the city. But down at the airport where the evacuations are taking place, it's total chaos. This morning, as the Taliban consolidates control of Afghanistan, as many as 11,000 Americans and tens of thousands of Afghans still desperately trying to leave the country. So far, the US able to evacuate 3,200 people from Afghanistan, including all US embassy personnel, bar a core group of diplomats. For those Americans still in the country, a safe exit from the airport guaranteed, but the journey there has to be attempted at their own risk. An email to US nationals saying, the United States government cannot guarantee your security as you make this trip.
Their safety needs to be their top priority. If they feel that it is unsafe for them to make their way to the airport, they should not seek to do so.
The US planning to launch one flight per hour, getting up to 9,000 people out each day. To access those evacuation flights and the US checkpoint on the military side of the airport, those trying to leave the country must first pass through Taliban-controlled civilian areas, the runway dividing the two. But for now, the Taliban only letting foreigners through. In their first press conference since seizing power, the Taliban promising amnesty for all those who've worked with American and NATO forces, vowing not to hunt them down or seek retribution.
What guarantees will you give to the Afghans who are now hiding at home, who want to leave the country, who the Americans will transport? They can't get to the airport, so what guarantees?
We are assuring the safety of all those who have worked with the United States and allied forces, whether as interpreters or any other field that they have worked with them. As for their talents and their skills, we do not want them to leave the country. We want them to serve their own homeland.
Wary of promises from the Taliban, hundreds of thousands of Afghan women and girls now sheltering in their homes. Nasreen Nawa was able to get out of the country just in time, but her family is still on the ground in Afghanistan.
It's heartbreaking. So many people are stuck in the country and they have no way out.
Well, the Taliban leadership have now arrived in the country and they've got to get up the business of establishing government, but they've really got to bring order to the streets. At the moment, you have different groups from different areas controlling different districts, and there's no real unified command. That has to happen, and there needs to be some sense of positivity that those promises will be kept. Robin?
People want to know that, indeed. And Ian, what was it like for you to be there at that press conference yesterday?
It's a very bizarre, surreal experience coming face to face with the Taliban like that, and it's really the past and the present colliding. You have these leaders who have views which are centuries old coming into a 21st century press conference. I mean, it's good that they were willing to answer questions, but I can tell you, Robin, we've just been down to the airport, to the gates of people trying to get in, and it is total chaos there. The Taliban are firing over the crowd, people are being beaten, and that's what Americans and Afghans are going to have to get past to get out the country.
Indeed.
Robin.
All right. Ian, thanks so much. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.